Mini-me.
Oh, jeez.
Cage 2.0. Mini-me. Cage 2.0. Cassie Cage. Mini-me. Cassie Cage. Mini-me. Daddy's girl.
Okay.
Real steel. 10 Hut. Jax. One-man army. Real steel.
Cool.
Cyberlin Quay assembly.
Oh man, I got the real one. Alright, so for Cassie, it was... Oh, she actually had a bunch of stuff, yeah. Well, let's take a look here. So you got... BLB118. Bullet ricochet. Alright, and you got different distances. Escape. Piecing out. Glow kick. Okay. Oh, she has, man. Cyborg. She's cyborg. Huh. Of course. Okay. Hey, you probably do some stuff with that. I don't know. Back forward 3. Flying glow. Oh, it's a high. Yeah, that makes sense. Stand up, buddy. There's no F1. Oh, yeah? What's the condition? Back forward 3. If it's a counter or a punish. Oh, okay. Huh. Does that include if it's the end of a string? I don't know that I've seen that on a special move before. Who else has that on special moves? Definitely a bunch of strings have that, and usually it's fine if it comes at the end of a full counter or punish. Let's... Oh, it's backward, right? Oh, I didn't hold it. Like a dingus. I was trying to amplify something. It's not a crushing blow. But if you just do it like... Oh, well, I guess I kind of already used it, right? And maybe that's the issue here. Long startup, 18. Alright, well, it's only if it's used by itself. That seems not super great. Alright, anyway. So you got that. Alright, you got the movement tools, and then you have down, back, and one. That's different. Distances. Ooh, that's a mid, huh? Okay. Okay. So let's have you duck. Okay. What about here? Yeah, that's what I figured. There's definitely a big gap in coverage here. So you have to do this one. But I bet there's also a range where you can get rid of... Yeah, okay, so there, that's not hitting him. And that doesn't hit him either. Okay, so there is definitely a spot here where you don't get good coverage. Well, I guess really what this is about is let's see what you can get out of this guy. Like this, like you have two movement options that are maybe worse. Well, you have two things that are maybe worse. So, kneecapping is the special move where she just shoots across the ground. It's not a low, but at least it's a mid that's guaranteed to hit if they're on the ground. Whereas this is not. Okay, well there's a range where it hits. This one's not going to hit here. There's a range here that we found. No, not there. Okay. Yeah. Where it'll just miss. whereas kneecapping won't do that. And then she also has the back forward. I guess I don't even know what the command is for it, but the shoulder, which is super fast. That's really fast. And this is not as fast. So those kind of seem worse to me. But, you know, I mean, those are two different variations. The kneecapping is in Digital Soldier, and the other one is in Yas Queen. The shoulder's in Yas Queen. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I feel like the part of this variation that's gonna matter is this and this, and only a little bit that it's, you know, this. Like, not irrelevant, I guess, but well, I don't know. Let's test out what the blocking is like here. What do you got? -8. So it's not something you would use right here. I was thinking like maybe it's just an extra way to safely put pressure on, but it doesn't seem like it's the case. Now, how fast can she attack? Only at the apex. I was gonna say like maybe if you could do, you know, this. Oh, what? Come on. Surely not only on block. I mean only on hit. Okay, I'm just screwed on time. Okay, yeah. Like, if you could instantly go from this and, like, you're already attacking, like, I feel like that could be some cool pressure, but, I don't know, the way that it is, maybe they'll change it. Again, this is a character that just has good fundamentals. She just, like, has a lot of good tools. So, you know, the fact that it's really just about this, I really think this is like what the name of the game is with this character. We'll see what people come up with, or whether it will be changed by the time it actually comes out for competitive play. Now we got Jax. Jax has the clap, yep, we saw that one. Jax has shatter, okay, so got a bunch of different shatters. And then he also had the string, right. So the string is cool because it heats up the hands. So, yeah, this whole thing. So stand up here, please. So 2, 2, 1. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Yeah, check out those hot hands. What's the command for this? Okay, this is and I think they said that they changed something about it also. Right? Oh yeah, by itself it crushing blows. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I guess you can't finish the string. So 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh wait, is it 2, 2 is the? It's one of these that you have to input the last 2 hits and they'll just come out. So 2, 2, 1, 1. You know, let's turn off easy. Well, yeah, that would be 6 hits, right? I mean, that makes sense. Just like that, wow. That is amazing. That you could just get it without having any prior heat at all. That seems really good. That seems really good. Right. And as you said, can you cancel the 4th hit? I'd try it. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. Anyway. So they also showed that there's now a mix-up at the end where 221122 can be replaced by something else. I don't remember the input for it, but it's an overhead or a high. So you can, as the defender, if you expect there to be a high, then you would neutral duck it. But if you are expecting an overhead, then you'd have to stand block. So this is the mix-up between the two choices, which is currently not in here. No. That is safe. Jesus, it's actually 0. And there's no false block, it looks like. And there's no gap, right? Yeah, only at the start. Okay, cool. Oh, they said that it will have gaps now? Ah, okay. You don't just mean the end mix-up, right? You mean like before that? Okay, alright. So it's not just that the overhead will be the mix-up versus the high, it's also that the overhead will be unsafe, so there's an extra weight to it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Anyway, I mean, very cool string for him to have, certainly. They also said that this will be different. Oh yeah, let's turn that off. Beat him up. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, there's like a fully hot hands version of the clap now, which looked like it caused a pop-up that you can get a juggle in. So that's cool. And then, then this guy. Cool. You can definitely get stuff off. Sure. Right? I don't know about that. Let's see. Nah, that's not good. Right, it's unblockable. Sick. What is that on block? Like, would you ever do this up close? I guess maybe sometimes. But yes, please block. -7? Oh, wow. AK, in the context of Mortal Kombat, only like a couple things in the game punish that. It's mostly safe. Okay, that seems good. I can definitely see that being useful. Right. What's the other side of this? I don't know the input for it. Oh, is that hunker down only? I don't remember. Whatever. Anyway, I think this sounds cool. No. Oh, right, you have to aim it. And that's -7. I mean, assuming that they keep it effectively safe. Yeah, that seems really good. Especially if you could do like. I mean, I don't know who would. That's a long startup. Is this really a mix-up? Actually, now I'm looking at it. 35 frame startup. But I guess you can do this, which is faster. So you do, you know. Oh, I'm inputting the whole thing, I see. And that's everywhere, you don't have to aim this one. Yeah, this is definitely, I agree with you, this should be reactable. But yeah, okay, maybe you're not using it on close mix-up. But further away, and especially if you catch them doing something, it could be useful, I guess. How fast is normal pound? I have no idea, to be honest. Oop. $36, yeah. Yeah, alright, so nobody's gonna use this as a mix-up. But, you know, alright, so Jax, yeah, I like that he gets access to that string for the faster hot hands, and the fact that you could just start with no hot hands and do 2-2-1-1 into Rocket, and you already have the Crushing Blow. Yeah, that seems really good. It seems really good. I like the pop-up, maybe not for mix-ups, but obviously there's other utility in that. And then the clap, like the fact that he gets, he probably, I mean, you know, you would think would get access to hot hands more often due to that string. And with that, hopefully for him, the clap being, you know, a launcher if you have fully hot hands, hopefully that would be good. So I could see this being good. Does clap build heat? I didn't notice it building heat, but let's check it out. I don't think so. I think it uses heat. It builds heat? I've never seen it. Let's see. Oh, it does. Sure enough. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I mean, not a lot. That's pretty slow. Yeah, so you spend it by tapping one again. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's move on. Boy, I'm definitely not gonna get to all this today, jeez.
Toasty.
What did they say?
Sting.
Sting?
Toasty. Get over here. Toasty. Get over here. Toasty. Scorpion.
Okay. And then, the noob ones, I'm not confident that these are the right ones, but let's look at it anyway.
Mr. Emo.
Oh, no.
Grim Shady. Mr. Emo. Grim Shady. Noob Saibot. Grim Shady. Mr. Emo. Grim Shady. Mr. Emo. Mopey Ghost. Sector's House of Horrors.
Alright, let's take a look at these. Oh, I have it on the other guy. Let's go here. Misery Blade. And then the other one was not in here? Did I not do it again? Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. It's not. Ah, okay. Man, I'm really glad that I know that's not right. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just down, jump down 2 or something. Jumping down 2, indeed. Yeah. All right. Very good. Very good. So that causes the pop up. Wow, that's so cool. And it's only NJP, right? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's only NJP. Oh, and it's even the same rules as before, too. Well, that makes sense. Other rules are like that as well. Yeah, cool. You know, I'm sure there's cool combos you can do. Yeah, was that a combo? It's a 2 hits, but no. Yeah, it doesn't launch on the way up, but that's how it is in MK11. Yeah, that was cool, yeah. And it's also the case, like, for this, like, on the way up, these are not overheads. That's just the general rule in Mortal Kombat. If you hit a jumping attack that's on the way up, it will not be an overhead. It says mid, right? But obviously it's an overhead if you do it later. Really? I feel like there's, like, a timing error. Maybe not. Huh. I don't know. Alright. Anyway, Misery Blade. Ba-ba. So, what everybody was doing back in the day, in the beta, was this string, right? Back 143. But that was unsafe. Back 143 was definitely unsafe. Let's just have a block here. Whereas now it's fine. Right? But in the beta, it was unsafe. So what everybody was doing was canceling into Misery Blade to make it safe. Well, safer anyway. Right. Oh, then that cost defensive bar. I don't believe that did earlier in the beta. Let's have it on refill. So refills faster than I wanted it to. Okay. Yeah. And the other ones are like, alright, so down back 1 starts it, the sweep is this, which is definitely unsafe. Good. 3, that was safe, okay, still is a little pokey poke. So what people do was like, so you do pokey poke. Oh, not in range. I thought that was in range. Maybe change this well. Is that flawless blockable though? That's the question in here. Let's see if we can do all and again, yes. So alright, bud. Alright, bud. Did I say all or did I say random? Random. Well, obviously. Yeah, that's okay, so there's definitely a gap. I mean, that looks like it would be. I just wanted to test in this. So then you also got Amplify, which is the overhead, also very unsafe, yeah. And then 2. Wait, say what? Alright, so this is the cancel, 1 is the cancel, 2 is the overhead, 3 is the little tappity tap, 4 is the low. But you'd also do this. Is it faster? 19. I don't have bar. No, it's slower. Does it launch or something? No. Can you not do low off the amp? Or can you do low off the amp? I don't know, man. Down amplify. Oh, I see. Okay, so right, so it's just a visual mix-up. I understand. Okay, all right, yeah, fair enough then. And then what's that on block? Surely unsafe, but how bad? Minus 17, and this is minus 15, and this is minus 17, and this is minus 16. Okay, so they're all quite unsafe, which makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that enthused about Misery Blade, to be honest. I thought that it was really important because in the beta, because he was unsafe on stuff. Like, so many of his strings were unsafe. Like, this was unsafe. Like, now that's just a super important tool for him, right? This was unsafe. Well, that is unsafe, but this was unsafe. And so it seemed like he needed a tool to make himself safe, and Misery Blade was that way. So in the beta, it felt like it was important, but in this game, the full game, I think it's probably less important. Yeah, I mean, I think that you're right that it will give him, I mean, clearly, right, it gives him extra mix-ups, clearly. But it's not like the mix-ups are super valuable. You know, none of these is the launcher. Right? It's not like any of these gives him huge damage. of course, like, you know, you get... Right, I mean, I guess you can see mix-ups coming out of that. I don't know. I feel like if I were a Scorpion player, I think I'd be pretty hesitant to give up Reborn. Especially, but... If you... I mean, this Scorpion, to me, is more about playing here. Which he's good at. But is maybe less about playing here. Maybe even that's not true, because with Reborn Scorp, you know, you get to try this, and then if you see that it's blocked, you get to cancel the teleport. So your footsies are actually really strong. But I feel like Reborn is like still the way to go. You agree with that? Down one. Ah, okay, alright, this is an interesting idea. Why am I not getting that? Oh, I just was doing a weird time. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess. I don't know if that's... Is that great? There's quite a gap here. Yeah, but there's quite... Like, the startup on this is 13, and then this is 3, so it's 16 frames. And this is not gonna be a tight... In fact, it's super weird timing on this. I feel like that looks about as fast as I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's a gap in here. I don't know. Test on your own time, I guess, but it seems to me like there's a gap. Anyway, I like the idea of using Misery Blade as this. And this is what I thought in the beta too, that the utility of the move was in making himself safe, and not in doing this. Like, this is, yeah. Probably not what we're going to be doing with it, but, you know, sometimes, maybe if you need to get a mix-up, right? And there's certain situations where you need a mix-up, I guess. And over just, you know, you got to close out the round, whatever. It's wild times. But in general, I don't see that being the reason. Yeah, this guy I can see. This. I don't know, something like that. But I still feel like I would expect Reborn to be what I would want if I were a Scorpion player. That's what I would expect. You know, hey, maybe that's not right. And I like the idea of this, but. Like, I want this to work. That's not a combo. I already tested it. I want that to work, but it's not. So, you know, there's, I'm sure, other things you can do. Probably do this. Yeah. Makes sense. Cool. I mean, maybe he's got more combo stuff. This and maybe this is the pressure combo Scorpion, whereas the other ones are maybe like. Reborn is even hard to classify, kind of, you know? I mean, he's not... You wouldn't say he's like any like common archetype. It's just a super annoying Scorpion. Alright. So, for Noob, I am not confident that these are the moves that they are gonna have. But we'll check them out, because they might be. So they are Simple Snag. Oh boy, that's an anti-air. Okay. Right, for sure. You know, you got your traditional anti-air grab here. And is this overhead? Yes. Okay. But, you know, you probably can't, like... What is it, 1-1-2 for this guy? already an overhead. I think it's not accomplished early, yeah. Is this? No. Hey, maybe they'll make it that way. And then if you get it, can you combo? No, no way. So what's the amplified do for you? Oh, why was that? Oh, it's after it hits. Okay. Oh yeah, you actually have a long time. Not that long. Pretty long. And you can do it even if it doesn't hit, huh? So let's, well, just do it in neutral. Okay. And then what about, let's have you block. What do we got? Minus 18? That I would not have expected. I mean, you know, you can do it from far enough away. Actually, yeah, this may be not a good example of not being able to be punished, but in most matchups, this is, you know, you're not going to be able to be punished here. I mean, is this actually full screen? No. There's not an up. Oh, there is an up. I just... Okay, so it is full screen. Here, and here, and here, and here. So yeah, it is full screen. You just gotta guess where they are. I don't know the forceful input for you. What is that? Does he not have that in this? I guess not. Huh. So that's your zoning tool, and you know, you wouldn't. Would you call this a mix-up? I don't really know. It's not very fast. It's 35 frames per second, which is terrible. So it's really slow. And then what's that crushing blow string that he has that should never hit? Yeah. So back 3. Right. So you should never get hit by this. Oh, well, he wasn't blocking. Right, so... Block... Stance, yes. Isn't that the requirement? Are you not just blocking? Stance hold. Okay, there it is. So, anyway, never get hit by this, because there's no overhead for him. But if this is an overhead that is maybe sped up, maybe this would be a good mix-up for you. And still, it's quite unsafe, so I don't know if good mix-up is the right term, but at least you could do this into the follow-up, and there's the, you know, maybe a mix-up-ish aspect to it. But that needs to be sped up for sure, in order for that to be a mix-up at all. So, I don't know if they change that, and it's faster, then yeah, it could be credible. But as it is, I don't really think it will. Alright. I have not checked Raiden yet.